All right, all right. What's up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to BSEN here, the Dynasty Proud podcast. Coming off of game two versus Boston and New York. What a game. Definitely a little bit of a tough watch. I got my boy Adrian here with me, co-hosting today. We're gonna talk about the game, what we thought about it. So if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody watching today.
I will. My name's Adrian, NBA Swing Pass on Twitter, all platforms. Diehard Celtics fan, 15 years plus. I'm
Nice,
just here
man.
to pass it along.
Nice, man. Appreciate you coming out and co-hosting today. Um, yeah, this game was not a pretty one today. Boston Celtics lose, final score of 105 to 95. For me, like the game was lost here in the second quarter. Unfortunately, brutal quarter right there, 42 to 14. And pretty much since that from that point on, Boston could really not gain really any momentum. The shooting was pretty abysmal tonight. What are some? We can go through this thing quarter by quarter. I took some notes today. Uh, well, what are some things that you saw today that stood out to you as far as this game went against the Knicks?
Just the lack of size.
Yeah. Hmm.
Seems like Joe wants to play the three guards, D. White, Peyton, Simons together when Brown's
Hmm.
on the bench. And that's for scoring purposes. But if they're not rebounding, they're not running. So the whole goal is to get easy baskets. So if they're not running, it all starts on the other end, defense, rebound, but they're not
Yeah.
pushing it right now.
The rebounding was just absolutely brutal today.
Yeah, offensive
And same
rebounds.
with the turnovers as well. Really, it's hard to see this team finding a rhythm, especially when you can't get the boards, any second chance shots. It's going to be tough for this team this year. I had some expectations going into the season, but right now it's feeling it's going to be a very long and drawn out season.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, just the rotations. Joe will figure
Mhm.
something out. And seems like Hugo was a big energy guy, used
Yeah,
to hustle
Hugo.
points, and
Yeah,
he's going to have to play more. And it seems like if they have to, Shireman doesn't have a role and Walsh doesn't have a role, so it's just be Hugo for energy off the bench.
mhm.
That
Yeah.
was one of the big bright spots of the game I saw.
The
But
he was the biggest bright spot for sure in the game. He finished with the highest plus minus on the team with a +7, I believe it was. And yeah, you could just see when he was coming into the game. You know, he has that 19-year-old energy. He's been
Vegas.
playing. Yeah, he's been playing professional ball for, years now and everything like that. And the motor on the kid is just unbelievable.
Yeah,
Definitely think Brad cooked with with this pickup in the draft. And I can see him being a potential starter in the future. I mean, just what this
yeah,
kid is doing right now over some of the guys on the bench is just um, kind of a little bit. He's gonna make some leaps for sure.
yeah. He will. He will.
Um,
Well, go ahead.
go ahead. Yeah, so I was gonna just go into the wanted to go into like some positives of the first quarter. And right there in the first quarter too, we saw our first Hugo minutes. And I think I think he was subbed in. Pretty sure he came in the first. But yeah,
Yeah,
um,
he did.
Walsh. They put Jordan Walsh into the game. And sorry, that's the second quarter. Um, but yeah, first quarter didn't really like it. Sam Hauser had a nice block in that first quarter.
Mhm.
Um, Transition when it went to JV into JB's hands, and it started the turnovers today for JB. I think he had
Yeah, what do you have? 7, yeah.
seven turnovers total.
Yeah,
Brutal from the guy that we're counting on to be the number one option on the team right now
yeah,
while Tatum's
yeah.
out.
Yeah, he's just putting his head down and just going into traffic sometimes. For how athletic he is, he still puts his head down and he just doesn't see what's around him.
Mhm.
And it just seems like he plays with his head down just a little too much. Yeah, it was
Uh,
for him.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I felt like I saw a lot of guys, dribbling into the paint, picking it up, trying to pass out to the outside, and I mean,
Yeah,
there's a lot of turnovers coming from those possessions like that. Yeah, it was really, really tough to watch that. Those turnovers were killing us this game,
yeah,
and and it seemed like New York capitalized on them. Every time they got those turnovers, somebody was hitting a shot. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
New York could have run away with it, but that 4th quarter, they decided to, not make shots. They were giving the Celtics life, but, we could talk about that later. So yeah, I mean, the 1st quarter, we had Boucher out there also. He was taking some three-point shots. I felt like those, he was getting and, getting some good looks. Um, they just weren't falling. He also seemed a little bit rushed at times taking those shots from what I was seeing.
yeah. The block shots were huge.
Yeah. Mhm.
I think he should have had maybe just a little bit more time on the court. It seemed like he was playing well, then Joe sat him, and it took a while for him to go back into the game. I
Mhm.
think if he was playing that well, maybe cut X's minutes down a little or find a way to just keep him into the game. I mean,
Yeah, he was
but
getting his hand he was yeah, like you
yeah,
said, he had hands up. He was, um, making it hard for, some of the New York Knicks players, and, yeah, I agree with you on that. I definitely would like to see him get more minutes. He was also pretty sure he was a plus in this game as well, along with, Hugo. Um, but yeah, so, even with that 1st quarter, the Celtics managed to come out of that with an 8-point lead, which is,
yeah, yeah,
they started good, but
yeah,
the 2nd quarter just completely killed everything.
yeah. I think they
Uh,
held Brunson to like 5 points in the first 9 minutes. I think it
y
was. I looked,
yeah, and,
and that was Hugo playing him. Yeah,
Hugo was getting in on him. Hugo had the size, and you could see Jalen Brunson was trying to get those screens to get him off of him because it was bothering him.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and throughout the game, Hugo still played really well on defense. And just wasn't getting the calls. That comes down to being a rookie. You got veteran players playing against you; they're going to get calls. And most likely you're not. Yeah,
yeah,
so let's go into the 2nd quarter. Going into that quarter, we started, like I said, with that 30-22 lead. Jordan Walsh gets put into the game, and the Knicks just absolutely go on a run. 11-point run to start that quarter. Um, the Jordan Walsh stock is down, man. It is
yeah,
down for
yeah,
it was I mean, I don't wanna disrespect Jordan Walsh, but it looked like it was 5 versus 4 out there when he was before he, was subbed out, and I think that was he was subbed out with an
yeah,
8-0 run and,
yeah.
s
Yeah,
but yeah.
he came in with that hockey switch that when Joe sub the five guys out with five new guys in.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, him and Baylor, and yeah, I don't see much of a role. I mean, it's still only second game, but
Mhm.
Baylor and I mean, if Hugo's keeps climbing this trajectory, I don't see much of a role for those two guys. I mean, you
Yeah,
can't really
it's
necessarily go 10, 11 deep. I mean, I don't know. Still early.
yeah.
I guess there's a lot of basketball left. Things can
It
change, but
it is. There is a lot of basketball, but I mean, what is this, year 3, 4 now of Jordan Walsh and,
yeah, yeah,
you know Eh, it is what it is. I think, I don't know if we're gonna see more from him, as far as his game develops and stuff like that. I would love to be wrong, but, what we're seeing every time he gets put on the floor, man, it's a tough watch.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
Also in that 2nd quarter, the Peyton Pritchard and Derek White struggles just continue for the three-point shooting. It's
Yeah. Um, Peyton. I give the broadcast did mention he was getting locked up pretty good. I wasn't noticing. It seemed like he was rubbing off the screens. He was just front iron everything. He's
yeah.
rhythm, so I just worry maybe his role should be coming off the bench. I
Hmm.
mean, just because he's probably better against the second unit guys. And Simon's been pretty much a starter his whole career. I think those roles might switch. Seems like Joe rides Simons for long periods of times when he's in the game. So he's basically a starter anyway. But I think it's just be more comfortable with their roles. Put Peyton back as a six man and let Anthony Simons, because he'll give you
Yeah,
more athletic ability. He can take it to the cup a little better. Um, Peyton, for all his skill, he's not gonna beat a guy one on one going to the basket. He'll dip a little shoulder into you, but he's not gonna overpower anyone. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I'm not really seeing, you know, Pritchard or Simons really, um, I see them both actually like really getting kind of bullied. Now that Peyton is going up
yeah,
against starters and stuff like that, it's yeah, it's kind of shocking to see. I'm sure with time it's gonna develop. He's gonna figure out how to play with a starting unit and everything like that.
yeah, yeah,
And Simons, I mean, like you said, the guy's been a starter, but he also has, lacks size as well. I mean,
yeah,
we saw in the preseason, we were seeing the Toronto Raptors were pressuring Simons, a double team, trying to prevent him from getting up the half court. And the Knicks did it again to him today, only putting one guy on him, and he struggled to get past the half court and ended up turning the ball over, dribbling it off of his foot. I mean, it's hard to have it's hard to see these guys getting bullied. I mean, that's really what it looks like to me. The pressure and everything like that is um, people because the players the teams know that they can start doing this against the Celtics. It'll get them rattled, and it contributes to a lot of like the turnovers and everything like that that's been going on as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
Um, Man, yeah, also in that second quarter, just, a lot of shooters from the Knicks were just left open. A lot of Celtics were missing those rotations to get back onto to defend and everything like that. And that's really what sparked that huge quarter. I mean, the Knicks went on a 42-14 run to end that half.
yeah, yeah,
It just can't
yeah.
happen.
Yeah, Towns just dominated them at the end of the half. I mean, I think he had like 18 points, 6 rebounds, or he was just a man.
Yeah. You can tell, you can really see it on, TV too. The teams that we're playing against, I mean, wow, the Celtic they even mentioned it on the broadcast that the Celtics look small. I mean, they
They
do.
are
It's
small.
it's a small team this year.
Yeah,
And we lost, 3 centers in the offseason, and it's starting to show. It's starting to show. Boucher
yeah,
and Tillman, yeah, they've got size, but they're not true centers.
yeah,
It's gonna
yeah.
be
They won't have one.
mhm,
Even with guards, he's more of a he'll set the screen. He's more of a just a just a complimentary piece. He's not going to
mhm.
overwhelm anyone.
Yeah,
Nice game, solid player, but he's not going to overwhelm.
yeah, it would be it's hard for me to see, even if he did play this game, how much he was gonna affect,
Yeah,
because he's also, doesn't really have like the size that, to compete against Carl Anthony Towns. I mean, dude is just a monster in the paint,
yeah.
and
Yes,
the
he
fact that
is.
he can spread the floor too it just makes it hard on the Celtics, for sure. Yeah, at the beginning of the third quarter, Sam Hauser was leading the Celtics in scoring, which is, crazy to say. It feels like he was the only one that really showed up to hoop today. He was the only one that showed up to really score early for the team to keep us in it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was catching the ball, smooth delivery, making those threes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he pretty much led the 8-0 run to start that quarter, to start the 3rd quarter, and, um we the score would have been a lot worse if it wasn't for, Sam Hauser today.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, I saw a lot of, you know, man, Derek White just hasn't been having a good, couple games to start the season. Feels like he's in his own head right now, and I noticed today in this game, I mean, he's just, um biting on a lot of, pump fakes. I see him in the air a lot rather than staying
Mhm.
grounded like how he
Yeah,
has been in previous
yeah,
years. Um, don't know what's going on. I mean, it's early, but,
yeah.
um, it's weird seeing these players that we've known for their defense and their, commitment to defense starting to, kinda crack a little bit. It's not cause of concern, I would say, but it's definitely like,
yeah,
all right, these guys are trying to make stuff happen. Trying to get that defensive stop to get in transition to score a bucket.
yeah,
Um, but with trying to, create that big defensive play every time, we're kind of like losing the basics, and staying grounded and stuff like that. Unfortunately. Um, and also in that 3rd quarter too. Just not a really good Jalen Brown game, like we said earlier, with the 7 turnovers today. Didn't really
yeah.
see him in the 3rd quarter. Um,
No,
I was kind of
he,
wondering, like, when is he gonna, take charge of, the team? And we saw that in the 4th, but it was a little too
yeah,
late.
yeah.
Um,
It's just, um, I mean, opposing teams are just gonna throw everything at him, just because he's
yeah.
the only guy that they're probably gonna fear. Because the other guys are just catch and shoot guys. But yeah, he's. I mean, he had 25 the other night, but it wasn't 25. It was 25 points that wasn't even noticed. I mean, it was hard to
hmm
tell what he did great at. And tonight, he was like you said, 3rd quarter. He's basically on the bench.
hmm
7 turnovers is just too much. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
it
mean,
definitely has to step it up.
yeah, I mean, this has been a problem with JB over the years, just the turnovers, the handles and everything. I mean, I can't really say,
Yeah,
I can't say nothing about his overall game. I mean, he's a great player. It's just when you put him in that position to, um,
yeah,
you know, dribble the ball, try to make something happen, make the pass. It sometimes seems like the more pressure that's put on him, um, the defense knows that, you put some pressure on him and he can turn it over, and,
yeah.
um, just it's hard for him sometimes.
Yeah, they need a Rajon Rondo. They need a Rondo out there, a true point
Ra
guard.
Rajon Rondo is not walking through that door, man. I wish
That's
that
what they
was the
need, though.
case. They do, yeah. I mean,
They don't have a true point guard.
they don't. Really, really thought that, um, Pritchard would be, an answer to that, but man, it's been a tough game it's been tough for Payton Pritchard
Yeah, he
also
just looks for a
today.
shot all the time. I mean, it's hard for him to think pass. He's that good of a shooter. He's going to want to shoot. So
Mhm.
pass is his second thought. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
he's not the true point guard.
Yeah, man, he's also doing the same thing like you were saying with JB, putting his head down, getting down into the paint and stuff, looking for those looking to pass back out to the three-point line and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's been a sloppy couple games, but, it is what it is. This team is, without their, star player, Jason Tatum. And man, I feel like I'm defeated now, just reading over these notes. And
Yeah,
um,
it was an ugly game.
it was. But you know what? We gotta end this with talking about the positives that we saw, and that was definitely Hugo Gonzalez this game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We come back out Sunday afternoon, play Detroit, and hopefully, turn it around, get a good road win, and see what take it from there. Hopefully, we can build some momentum,
Yeah, I
get some
would
wins together.
I think Hugo earned a lot some pretty good minutes going into the next game.
Yeah,
I mean, the kid was just, hounding on defense. He made a
it
couple of
was.
flashes on offense too. Some really tough contested buckets at the rim, and the kid he's unafraid. He's ready to prove himself in the NBA. I mean, the kid has
Yeah,
been, like we said, been a pro for years now, and um, you could just tell he has that fire for sure. He wants to be great. He wants to help this team win. You can see it in, just his body language on the floor and everything like that. Every time he's in the game, I mean, he's taking no plays off. N-
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
um, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. This was a bad rebounding game. Um, with some
It,
flashes of positivity for the future.
yeah. So, how many offensive rebounds did they actually give up? Do you know?
Let me see. So they gave up, let's see, Knicks rebounds. The Knicks ended up with 53 rebounds in this game. Let's see, 21 offensive rebounds, 32 defensive rebounds.
So
21
21.
offense, 21 offensive rebounds is
Yeah, that's a
crazy.
game. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
game right there.
absolutely. Celtics only had 8, and 37 in total. Wow. I'm
I
just
don't
going
think
through
they.
these.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I don't think they had any fast break points either. I know the broadcaster brought that up. I don't think they had a fast break bucket the whole game.
Really? Let me see. I can't see that. They don't have that stat here. I just pulled up ESPN real quick. But man, wow, going through these plus minuses for the team right now is the only person. Only 3 people were in the plus today. I'm just gonna go down the list right here. Sam Hauser,
Mhm.
18 points, minus 14 in the game. Nemius Queta, 8 points, minus 2. Derek White, 15 points, ended up with a even plus minus 23 points for Jalen rebound. 23 points for Jalen Brown with a minus 14 plus
Oh,
minus.
yeah.
Oof, yeah, Jalen was at a minus 20 something at some point during the game. I can't remember the exact number.
Yeah.
Pey-
Yeah.
Peyton Pritchard, 8 points, minus 7. Boucher,
Oh,
0 points, but was a plus 5.
mhm.
Tillman, 7 points, minus 9.
No.
Let's see. Anthony Simons, 10 points, minus 9. Baylor Shireman, 0 points, plus 1. Jordan Walsh, 0 points, minus 8. He only saw two
Oh, wow.
minutes. Two
Jeez.
minutes
Yeah.
and was a minus 8. That's crazy.
2 bad minutes.
Yeah, very bad minutes. Hugo Gonzalez with the highest plus minus of the game, plus 7, scored 6 points. 2 steals, an assist, 4 rebounds, 3 defensive, 1 offensive. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and give Hugo my player of the game. As far as the Boston Celtics go, what I saw from Hugo in preseason, you when you see just somebody has it, you'll know that it'll translate to the regular season. I bought my Hugo stock early in preseason, so
Mhm.
I can't wait to see what this kid does in the future. I mean, this team, man, it's hard to see if we're going to even be in the playoffs or play in at this point. It's still too early to tell. But
Yeah.
one thing I'm definitely going to be watching this season is how Hugo Gonzalez develops.
Yeah.
Um, and No Josh Minott today. I thought that was
Yeah,
odd.
yeah, that was a bit of a shock. A game that needed energy and some defense, you would have figured he would have found the court some point, but
And with Joe doing the whole, subbing every time somebody, doesn't grab a rebound, it was hard it just had me questioning why, one of the kid that's on the bench that can come in and, get you a couple of rebounds here and there,
yeah,
didn't see the floor tonight. I mean, it's a long season, but I can't see them resting. What is he, 21 years old or something like that?
21, 22 or so. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
young.
it's hard to see that he didn't play for rest. I mean, I don't know if there's any other
Yeah,
personal reasons or anything going on like that behind the
yeah.
scenes, but
It's
it was odd.
they have a lot of fours. I mean, you take Shireman, Walsh, Hugo's probably a more of a four. Minot a four. So they have a lot of the same positional players.
Mhm.
But I mean, practice is going to earn their time. So we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah. Man, yeah, there's just only a couple positives in this game. Really not much to talk about. We're gonna we definitely got to wait to hear from what the players saw in their post game reactions and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And stuff like that. See their reactions and everything like that to this game. But yeah, man, it was a interesting game. Looking forward to the next one.
yeah.
For
Sunday.
sure. Yeah, for sure. Man, got anything else, my man?
Insights. We got 80 games remaining.
Hmm.
So let's try to get in the play-in or top top six in the East. That's my overall outlook. Try to keep it positive. A lot of
Yeah.
season left. They'll figure
Yeah.
things out. I think Joe's good enough to figure out the rotations and try to get more out of these guys. I I just think that they're so size deficient. It's gonna be hard when they play these big teams with true centers.
Hmm.
That's gonna show, and that showed tonight with the offensive rebounds and Carl Anthony Towns just bullying people down low. It's no, so they'll
Yeah.
figure it out. I
Yeah.
mean, they had Jalen Brown covering them for the first half. I mean, I he wants a challenge, but that's not really an ideal matchup for JB.
Hmm.
He's just too much size. He's giving up too much
Yeah.
bulk. But
Yeah. I would love to be positive and and everything like that about this team this year, but I'm also trying to be realistic.
yeah,
We've
yeah,
had a lot of we've had time where we've seen JB thrust into the number one role, and
yeah,
um it's not the same when the spotlight is on you, when the defenders know that you're the number one guy that the Celtics are going to look to. They're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
exploit that.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's yeah,
I want JB to prove us wrong, and
yeah,
still early in
yeah,
the season and everything like that. But man, we have history to go off of. But you know, it is what it is at this point. You know, just I'm ready. I can't wait till Tatum comes back.
yeah.
And,
He'll be back at some point. Yeah,
yeah, I don't think it's gonna be this year. Would it would be crazy if he did, but yeah, I don't. Man, it's tough
well, if
because it is
they're in
a tough season.
contention, I mean, if they're close enough where they can get into the playoffs, I think he'll make a push to try to make it back. I don't think the team's going to necessarily stop him if he's physically cleared and all that.
Hmm.
It just depends where the team's at. If they're close and they're in the playoff contention, he plays. If not, then they send him out for the whole year.
Hmm.
As far as Jalen goes, the team has to run. That's where he gets his easy baskets. That's where he shows the athleticism. If they're not running, he's going to have to work for everything he gets, and it's
Mhm.
not easy. It's a big boy game. It's not easy,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, and our lack of size, man, it's just, we still take a lot of three-pointers, and
yeah,
and when we're not making them, the long rebounds, short defense, we're a small team. These teams are just towering over us, just pulling these boards from above our head and stuff like that. But
yeah,
we
yeah,
don't really have the size to play inside either. So, it's either
yeah,
we're gonna have to still rely on these three-pointers to fall. I think they will at some point, but man, some
yeah,
some of these shots from the players, our 3-point maestros are just looking really
yeah,
bad. I mean,
yeah,
Derek White's shots have been looking, they're either bricking really bad or airball, and same with Pritchard too. I'm sure they'll find the stroke, but right now,
yeah. They're good shooters, but
yeah, we just need to put that Joe just has to put them in positions where we can catch and shoot, but where they can catch and shoot, but it's tough because now, with Tatum out, he was a primary ball handler a lot of the time, playing that point forward position and, um, setting those guys up with the attention that he draws, that now these guys have to create their own space. And you can see Pritchard can't really separate. He's getting hounded. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
it's going to be a
He's
tough, tough year for them. We're going to have to see like the mentality in them and see, um,
yeah,
what
yeah,
they're made of. This is going to be,
yeah,
a learning season for them for sure.
yeah. There's only two guys on that team that can, well, the starting lineup that can take somebody off the dribble. That's probably Derek and Jalen. The other guys are just what catch and shoot guys. So
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, Kata played well. I like to
Yeah,
see
I
him
thought I
play
thought he
more
played a yeah.
consistent.
Yeah, he played a good game this game.
Yeah,
Definitely, better than the first game.
no.
And we're gonna see that. We're gonna see the growth from a lot of these guys this year.
Yeah, it's team full of guys that want to prove something. Prove that they're NBA players. Prove that
Mhm.
they're that good enough, and they could do without the superstar. And a lot
Yeah.
of chips on their shoulders. If
Mhm.
motivation's the key, I mean, they'll get. They have it. So it's just the
Yeah.
lack of size and
Uh-huh.
the lack of talent, pretty much across the board. That's what's hurting them.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to learn, how to play in this new system like this, without Tatum for the year, and
Yeah,
it's gonna be a bigger learning curve than what they're used to, especially after, the team has had so much success since JB and JT have been, in the league and stuff like that. A lot of these guys don't know what losing feels like, or what it feels like to have a losing season. So, we're
yeah, they
gonna
don't.
we're gonna see a lot of growth in this team for sure this year. I mean, that's the only thing I feel like we can really be positive about, as
Yeah,
far as, not making it to a championship this year, but we can be positive about the growth that these players are gonna have this year, I think. So all
yeah,
right,
yeah.
let me see when is the next game?
Sunday, I believe. Sunday, 3:30. Detroit at Detroit.
Sunday 3:30. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, 3:30 your time. I keep forgetting. I'm
Oh
West
yeah, you're
Coast.
West Coast. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, West Coast, yep. Holding it down for the West Coast Celtics fans out here in California, my man.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um we'll talk offline later, about like where you're from and everything like that. Everybody, we just met today for the first time, me and Adrian in the stream. Um, so we're still here learning, how to build this camaraderie, just like how the Celtics are learning this year as well. Um,
yeah,
hoping for a good, fun season. While they win and stuff like that, it won't be that fun when we're losing. But
yeah,
we're gonna continue to come in here and talk ball and everything like that. Get some learning experiences in here about podcasting and stuff like that. But
yeah.
um, yeah, appreciate you coming out, Adrian. Appreciate
No
everybody that
problem.
tuned in. Yeah, we got 45 people, viewing from multiple platforms right now, YouTube and X.com. All right, so yeah, just gonna sign out here at that point. Looking forward to the next game versus Detroit. Um, Go ahead and hit that like on hit the like or whatever you're watching on our socials and everything like that. Follow us at Dynasty Proud 18. You can also follow our parent network BSEN_617. That's for Boston Sports Entertainment Network. Appreciate everybody tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Go Celtics.
Ends tonight here. It's over. Time to say it again, Boston. Anything's possible. Banner number 18 has been secured. The Celtics are NBA champions.